Hello, everyone. Hello. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my live broadcast, my live stream. This is my first live stream, so please, you have to bear with me. Anyways, I'm just going to do my best to be very, very natural here. Okay. Thank you. If there's anyone in the house, I'd love to get a hi so that we start immediately. Okay. Uh, it's a very rainy day here today in Lagos, Nigeria. The rain has been pouring since morning. Okay, and I understand a lot of us out there are cold. That's why I'm wearing something like this to chest the cold. Okay, all right. Welcome to Be the True Rich. Welcome to your favorite YouTube channel, Be the True Rich. If this is your first time here, please like, share, subscribe, notification to get notified when I post my new videos or my live stream videos too. And for those who are watching a replay, you're welcome. Okay, please drop your comments when you watch it on replay so that I can better interact after I get your comments. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, please, if you're here, just send a hi so that I know that you're in this live stream. Okay. All right. So while I'm waiting for everyone to join, I would like to first take my introduction. My full name is Awontachukwemeka Michael. I'm a graduate of Business Administration, Lagos State Polytechnic. Okay, and I'm a Nigerian from Delta State. So it's just so you can know me better and not Delta boy. Okay, so I decided to start this channel as a means to share my experience and also guide people through their finances better. Because through my own experience, it was very tough having to work very hard for money, and at the end of the day, you find out that the money is nowhere. You keep looking for your money and you keep asking the question in Kenneth Blanchard's book, Who Moved My Cheeks? Okay, so that the question would stop coming like, Who moved my cheese every time. So we have to understand where our cheese is going and channel it. Okay, yeah, Healthy VMI. Healthy VMI is in the building. Healthy VMI, thanks for joining. Okay, you're welcome. This is my first live video, so please be patient with me. I'm taking it step by step. Okay, I'm trying not to be too shy. All right, Healthy Vima, you're welcome. You've been a very big fan. Okay, now you're welcome. I was just talking about my business background and why I started Be the True Rich and what I intend to achieve. Okay, so for Be the True Rich, my intention is actually to help people channel their resources. That's my major intention. Channel their money. We do not have to keep going for after our long term of service, of serving our nation and serving humanity. Okay, being informed is here. Being informed, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining my live stream. This is my first live stream, so please, I know you guys are the pros, so please will take it easy. Okay, Opes Corner is here too. Opes Corner, thank you for joining my live stream. Thank you, I really appreciate this. Thank you for the support. Okay, so back to why I started Be the True Rich. A lot of people have been complaining, okay, like myself back then. I would always be asking, where is my money? Who moved my cheese? Where is my money? making so much money, and at the end of the day, you just find out you're always poor. Now, I used to work poor. Then I used to say broke, but now I understand the clear difference between being poor and being broke. Okay. Sorry, please, can everybody hear me? If you can hear me, let me just see a signal. Can you just can hear me very clearly, please? I want you can hear me. Just send a signal so that I know. Anyone hear me? Hello, hello. If you can hear me, please just signal so I go on. Signal if you can hear me. Okay, okay. Everyone can hear me. That's good. Everyone can hear me. Okay, so I'm going on now. All right. So there's this thing about us. Everybody a dream to end up being rich at the end of the day or becoming rich. Okay. Um. Everybody like better thing. You understand? So I know that for sure. But there's something that keeps happening. Our money keeps jumping away. Uh-huh. And for a very long time, now I worked with a company for 8 years, and I made so much money. I'm not gonna lie, I made so much money. But every time we go for a one month break or I go for leave, I don't see any money. Like it's like all the money just vanishes, and I have to come back. So if you can relate with this, please can you signal if you can relate with this that you're making money, you should actually be seeing yourself living at a standard of life, but you just find out that where is my money? And you keep asking like the small people in Kenneth Blanchard and Spencer Johnson, right, rather, his book Who Moved My Cheese. You keep asking the question, who moved my cheese? That was what drove me to going deeper into financial intelligence, and a lot of things unlocked for me. I got to cover a lot of things in quotes. They're not secrets. I'm telling you the truth, they're not secrets. These things are happening all around us every day. We see people do them, but we don't know what they're doing. We don't understand what they're doing. So anytime somebody says the secrets of the rich, I always counter it. I'm like, I'm sorry, there is no secret of the rich. In fact, these rich people come out every time to try to reveal these things to us through their books, through movies. You see these things, but you don't know because your mind is not trained to see them. Like a gold miner once said, there's gold everywhere, but your mind is not trained to see the gold. So the gold miner can always see the gold, even when all you're seeing is sand, dust, and dirt. And most of the things we think are gold are not gold, they're actually dirt. So hence it says all that glitters is not gold. Because if you see real gold, you'll be shocked that is this the raw process before it's refined. Okay, so I discovered a lot of things over the years. In fact, I had to quit my job, quit working, and focus on studying these things. And then my eyes began to open, and I began to see through my mind. Now, when I say through my mind, it means that there has been a pattern of seeing which is through the eyes. You understand? You see things and you react. So, let me give you an example. Two people are in a room, a poor person and a rich person, okay, or they're in an environment, a poor person and a rich person. Now, what a poor person will keep on seeing in a dilapidated area is the state of deterioration of that area. And of course, poor people are always complainants. So you have a poor person, because of what they see, they complain. No lights, the road is bad, no water channel, no gutters. You just keep going on and on and on like that, and the complaint is endless. So that is seen through your eyes. Now, the rich person is there and is seeing opportunities like, ah, so I can provide electricity to those people, and in turn, after serving them, they pay me. So that's an opportunity. I can channel gutters for those people, and in turn, after I serve them, they pay me. So they see every problem as a chance or an opportunity to bring forth solutions. So that is the difference between the rich mindset and the poor mindset, okay? And seeing through your eyes and seeing through your mind. So a poor person sees through the eyes what they see, and for to a poor person, seeing is believing. But a rich person, seeing is an opportunity to act. So when I say through my mind, that's what I mean. I hope you understand me, okay? So yeah, welcome everyone again. I'm here, and I just took a first phase. I would like this to be as interactive as possible. I would like, if you have anything in mind while we're talking, I'll have my moderator share the link to join the live stream in a bit. Okay, so when it's time, I'll tell my moderator to share the link, and everyone would have the link to join the live stream. I want us to come out and really talk about these things. I want this to be very, very interactive. Like, look, a lot of people are going through a lot of things financially. It is almost like the system. I wouldn't say it in quotes here because I'm on live TV. I'm on live. I wouldn't say the system was. So I'll say it is almost like the system was designed to keep us poor, right from birth till we die. The system was designed to control your minds and make you see what it wants you to see. So the more we come out to these things and be realistic about it, yes, we would get our breakthroughs and become rich. Okay. So I took the topic here, Introduction to Financial Intelligence, okay, how to become rich and not look rich, okay, the be, do, and have principle, so that we take it from the scratch. For all of you that have been on my videos, watched my videos, you would have gotten a glimpse of what I'm talking about. First, what is intelligence? Intelligence is the ability to solve problems. Okay, so if you mix financial intelligence together, it means your ability to solve financial problems. Okay, welcome, Victoria. You're welcome. I can see you. Welcome. Yeah, it means it's your ability to solve problems, financial problems. Everybody has problems, financial problems, even the rich. Yes, the rich, the billionaires you see, they have financial problems. Their financial problems may not be the same thing with yours, and sometimes they're even similar. So everyone has problems. So at every stage, we encounter these problems and we are to solve them. Solve them. Our schooling system never thought anything about money. But then, our schooling system, our didactic system, because we're in the information age. The information age is to bring forth the opportunity for us to change our education system. So the question you should be asking yourself is, why is the education system still the same, even if we should have changed it? Okay, you go and answer that one. But let me just give you this thing. If you really want to understand why it hasn't changed, go to Robert Kiyosaki's book, Conspiracy of the Rich. Okay, Conspiracy of the Rich. One, read that book. you would see everything. I can only give you bits and pieces, but really you have to do a lot of digging to understand it. Okay, so back to the school system. We are in school, we are taught how to do all the physics, the chemistry, the mathematics, a lot of them. But we are not talking about the reason why we are doing those things. Okay, now the core reason why you're being trained in school is so that you can function outside, right? When you're graduated. So when you graduate from school, you go out and you get a job and you function. So the reward for your function or your service is money. Money. They pay you for your service. Now it is so terrible that school does not teach what to do with that money. Are you getting it? We are not saying school should stop what, no. Please let us come to this place where school will start teaching us what to do with our money. Because most of the time we just end up a party. Robert Kiyosaki would say, a fool and a bag of money is one big party. So we just start making money and we start spending. Now, the reason you're spending is because that is what you grew up with. As a child, children these days, you find videos online where they give a child money, the child is smiling. You take money from that child starts crying. Now, that is a very wrong system in place because your happiness should not be attached to money. But unfortunately, our happiness has been attached to money right from birth. So when visitors come to the house, they share money for us. We get, and our parents allow us collect this money without helping us understand what the money should be used for or what the money is for. I don't know if you're following me. If you are, please signal and let me know that you are following this. You're following this trend. Okay. Now, Best Made in SA, thank you for joining. I see you, thumbs up. Thank you for joining. Okay. So now back to it. Have children around. They are not educated financially. They do not even understand how money is made in the first place. So you give them money for any reason, for whatever reason, you just hand over money, not as a reward for service. Most of us, when our kids are crying, we give them money. Mo talk true, that's what we do. You get, so yeah, follow, give him money, give him, and they collect the money. And the next thing, they go to get something, candy or something to make them happy. Okay, when they go for that candy, when they get the candy, they become happy. So money has bought them the happiness. But the road to getting that money and better using that money was never explained to us. In fact, most of us never knew how hard you actually had to work to have money growing up. Please, if I'm resonating with you, let me get a signal, a thumbs up, something, a high, just if you're following trend. So at first, the homes are failed to educate us about financial intelligence and how to manage money. Then we are pushed into school. So school is its own part of rigorously preparing us for the corporate world, rigorously preparing us to get a job. Now, the reason why your teacher can teach you how to be financially intelligent is simple. Is because they themselves, they don't know it, and they were not taught how to be financially intelligent. I don't know, should I say they never had unity too? Because now lecturers in school that teach financial intelligence, or they call it entrepreneurship, entrepreneurship classes, most of lecturers are lecturers, not business people. They don't even understand the business world. They are just lecturers. They get paid a salary. and most of them do not even have a business. So that is why you can never get the nitty-gritties from these people. Are you following me? Are you seeing that the system, when I say the system, is already like is designed and interwoven to keep people? Because most of the people, how many times do they actually bring real business people to schools to train entrepreneurs? See, I'm a graduate of business administration, Lagos State Polytechnic. I not learn anything about the real world of business from school. I'm telling you the truth. It was just theory, 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 theory. Because most of them do not even practice it. They are just lecturers. They are not real business people. They don't do these things. It's like you wanting to build a house and you're asking somebody who has never built a house how to build a house. I don't know how that house will turn into. I don't know. Something they said Wall Street is a place where people driving limousines go to walkway to take financial advice. Now, if you look at them and there's a problem that you're not getting it, why would you go to somebody who doesn't do something to seek advice? Why are they teaching us about entrepreneurship in school? Meanwhile, the people that are teaching you do not even believe in what they're teaching you. Let's start there. Because I'm sure you're getting it here. We have been cloned in one way. That at the end of the day, you will go and get a job. There is one way. And they keep promising you that the labor market is big enough to contain you. Please sit back and ask, is that true? How many hundreds of thousands of students do schools churn out a year? How many companies are there? How many jobs are there that they are pushing everybody into the labor market to go and get a job? So eventually you get this job, you start working. Now what to do with that your money becomes a problem. So at the end of the day, what most of us do is we look for somebody somewhere to throw the money. Like we look for people who most of the time are not even investors. They are just what would I call it? They are investment people. They are not investors. They just come in to preach to you what they will never do. Yeah. Hello, Stella's voice. Mama, I see you. Stella's voice, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, now back to it. We've been talking, so I'm going to drop the video after. So in case you missed anything, please go to the replay and you'd see it. So we're surrounded by first parents who know nothing about financial intelligence, who know nothing about money. They now move us into schools, to meet teachers and lecturers that know nothing about business and nothing about money, even though they will call themselves business administrative lecturers or entrepreneurship. They really don't do teaching, don't practice what they teach. Okay, then you come out of that system and you come into the working class system. Okay, where most of you will be working class people. Okay, you're working with other people and you're making money. Then by the time you now say you want to start investing, you don't know what to do with your money. You can't even see through your mind. You see through your eyes. You can't read the numbers. Even if you're a business administrative graduate, you will still throw money into gutter. And people who do not do things they are telling you called brokers. Robert Kiyosaki would say the reason they are called brokers is because they are broker than you. People do not do what they are telling you to do. Then invite you to their office and tell you your money. When you bring your money, I will hopefully by the time you will need the return of that money. Me, I would have resigned or retired. Then you will now be fighting with the system that set it up. Are you understanding? You they just leave you with that so that you start fighting with system. Hopefully someday you will win and you get your money. Hopefully. But before then, what happens? What's happened? How would you survive? How we've been living hand to mouth most of the time, and trend needs to stop. My mission is to time have over 1 people become rich. Over 1 million. Have them rich in my life. That's it. I'm saying become billionaires. Please mark my words. I did not billionaires, I did not say millionaires. Because we've had billionaires who became poor. Had millionaires, multi-millionaires who became poor. All they had was money. That is the difference. All they had was money. All you should have is not money. Money should never, ever, ever be the reason why you are doing anything. Money should never, should never be the reason. Money should not be the goal. Money can never make you rich. I have a video on that. And like I said, these rich people, they keep on preaching these things to us. And we think there's a secret coven they belong to. Yes, Okpes Corner, I can see it. Most of the subjects we learned in school is not. Yes, I was with someone the other day and she was going to do, was it trigonometric maths or something? And she's actually a nursing student. And I said, sorry, this thing, do you use it in the theater? She said, I want out. And I laughed. Yes, most of it, we are just being cloned. And please, I'm not preaching against education. Education managed properly. Yes, education is from the word educo. I think Italian or Greek. Educo means bringing out. To bring out. You understand? So they should bring out the rich person, you, not subjecting you to poverty like them. Go and look at most of the lecturers and your teachers after they retire, then you understand what I mean. All those ones that were flogging you for understanding why X is Y and Y is X. Go and check out their lives. Most of them are poor. They're not even broke. Like I said, when you understand financial intelligence, your words change. Poor is poor. Broke is for the rich. So a rich person can become broke. Oh yes. Saki has become broke. Donald Trump has become broke. Henry Ford, a lot of them became broke. But later, money was not. And when asked, you lose your money again, what would happen? He said, I will build my business in 4 years. And I was. So that is the difference between a rich person and a poor person. Let's not go to. We are back to it again. Then you go and meet brokers. The other day, I was in a bank. I was talking to somebody who was trying to sell something to me, thinking maybe I would fall for it. I was saying, buy this thing for your insurance, one thing. I'm not saying insurance is bad. Hey, I'm talking about on another level now. And then you'll be putting this money for the next 20 years, and then maybe in the next 20 years, then maybe if something happens, you would. And after all the whole story, and I said, okay, so how much is my interest per year? And he said, the interest per year is 6.5%. I said, wow, I should be jumping up 6.5%, and I will leave my money with you, and you'll be lending my money to people. Yes, you'll be carrying my money to give other people, other investors. I said, this thing, and I asked him, please, this thing, have you done it? I said, sir, I said, what is, have you done your thing me to do? I said, no, he was trying not to say yes or no because I already know he has not done it, but he's trying to sell it to me. And you can imagine how many people will fall victim to that thing. Yes. So we know nothing about money. We finish school, we graduate, and we come into the world. And all of a sudden, your salary is 1 million. And in your mind, you are rich. Your salary goes up to 5 million at the upper level. And in your mind, you are rich. Aye. Okpe's Corner, yeah, education is good, but the curriculum should be well balanced to raise responsible adults that will be financially independent. Correct. Yes, correct. The curriculum. Please don't give me what I don't need. Please, they should not be choking us with things we will never use in our life. We will never. We don't ever need. Can they sift out this thing to actually administer to our needs than wants that they think we can they do it? And if you ask the question, they can't even answer why. Because a handout was handed over to them that these are the subjects you will take from first to second. It is not even fine-tuned to you. It is what 6 years ago that passed out they did. So the year after they did it, and they will keep doing it and did it till you come and did it, and you will pass it over to the next one that will did it. Why? Why? Thanks for that, Okpe's Corner. Thanks for that. Yeah, that's we should that way. Okay. So now we come back into that place, right? I just told you now. Some people are earning 1 million, some people are earning 5 million. And if you think that maybe you have not earned it, you don't know what it is, that maybe I'm talking out of, please try and earn it. Then you understand what I mean. That more money you have, without financial intelligence, the more poorer and more you become. You'll be filled with fear. You'll be terrified because you have cards in front of you. It is not real. It's not built with bricks. It's a house of cards. It can collapse any minute. Once they fire you and show you this, church don't close. You move from up here to down here. Or once you lose that means income, that thing that is not real. Or what I call it, occupants in business. You have the solids and you have the liquids. Okay. Now the solids are the business owners. So I can't leave my business and run away. And I can't, no matter how whatever is happening, I will stand there with my business. Okay. And I cannot fire myself. Hello. But you, that you have a job in my organization, you are what they call liquid. You are dispensable. In fact, you are completely dispensable at any minute. What you think you're doing that is so special, I can train someone else to do it. Just give me time. And I will train somebody to fill in that space. So most of the time, we'll find out that we had so many ideologies, ideas that were not true. Okay, healthy Ohimai. Okay, education is very good. Everybody should be taught what we can make use of. I still don't know what I'm using. Roman figures. You're not even Roman. But come on, I mean, you're not even Roman. But we have to learn it and learn the X, Y, I, and the whatever it is, Victoria Island. Yes, let's say the truth. Yeah, but these things they don't pack them. Load us. We don't even understand why. The simple reasons why they can't even answer. Let me give you a tip. The people that founded the education system, the educational board, if you check through the history, the people that founded the educational board in the 1900s, They were uneducated people. And who were they really? They were entrepreneurs. I wouldn't call their names here. And here I don't want to indict anybody because I adore these people. I idolize these people because they did something fantastic. Now, why they set up the education board was to clone and train their staff not to lose focus of the reason why they were employed in the first place. That was why they set it up. Now, did they go to school themselves? No. And they are still the wealthiest family in the world today. The three of them. Go and find out. Go and do your findings. The three of them, they are still the wealthiest families. And when I say family, their family name. There is a commodity you use every day. I won't call it. But every drop of it, there's a family that is attached to it here. Now them start education. They put down the curriculum you are using today. It was to train their workers. So your education is to train you to become a worker, to become an employee and not an employer of labor. So if you think your master's, your PhD will save you from financial disaster, I am sorry. I am sorry. Until date, the best students that graduate from school, these same companies that were founded by those people still absorb them in. So instead of you to go and do your thing, they will pick you up, load your mouth with money, give you cars, give you houses, and then you will come out and start telling me I'm working in a company and my salary is 7, 8, 9 figures. Have you ever thought of what the owner of the company is making? So financial intelligence is your ability to solve financial problems, because hey, we have these problems every day. Like I said, I really want this to be interactive. If you have any comments, if you have any questions, please drop it there. For today, we'll be very, very interactive. Okay, please drop your comments there. I would like to really follow up your comments and your questions. If you have any questions, drop it there. In a while, my moderator will post the link to add you on here. Okay, so let's get back to all the whole plenty things I was saying. So financial intelligence is knowing how to manage your money. So it's not big. There's the manage financial resources, okay, and how to channel them, because the thing that was lacking in our educational system and is still lacking is that intelligence. We were never taught how to manage it, how to manage our money. It was never ever taught to us. So we just, we come every day, we make money, go to school, make more money, come back, we're still making money, and at the end of the day, we don't even know why and what we are using all that money for, and why all that money is disappearing. Now, let's move to the next phase. How not to look rich. How not to look rich. Okay. Now, when I say the looking rich, it means the people who are truly rich. Okay. So, what are the characteristics of the rich people? And what are the characteristics of the looking rich people? Now, unfortunately, let me start this way. Let me give you a formula, a breakdown by Brian Tracy. Okay, he said if you want to understand how money is controlled in the world, please, if you have a pen and a paper, you can go ahead and write this down. Okay, if you have a pen and paper, you can go ahead and write it down, so that you always have it to look act, and you'd have something like, let it always come as a reminder to you. Okay, 100% of money in this world, because when I see people say, oh, everybody should be rich, everybody should have equal share of money, you know, I just look at them that, okay, do you people understand what you're actually asking for, and is it really possible? Because already there is a formula on ground. Already there is something on ground controlling the whole system. Please, I'm just taking my time so you can get your pen and paper so you write it there. So let's go quick. 100% of money in this world, 80% of that money, 20% of the people in this world are entitled to 80% of the money. Okay, while 80% of people are entitled to only 20% of the money. Now, I will take it again. 100% of the money in the world today, 80% of that money, whatever figure you have in the world today of money, 80% of the money, 20% of people are entitled to the 80%. While the remaining 20% of the money, 80% of people on earth today are entitled to 20% of the money. Now, to go further, in the 80% that 20% of the people on earth today are entitled to, 1% of that 20% controls 80% of the 80% of the money. Let me take it again. 1% of that 20% of people is controlling the whole 80% of the 80% of the money. So 19% is controlling 20% of that 80%. So if you really want to know where you fall into in the world today when it comes to money, use this formula and check it out. And we always talk about the 1%, the 99%, the 1%, the 91% of the world. Okay, let me just tell you, it's not a secret. Like I said, you may not see it, and you may be seeing it, but you're not really getting it that this is what is going on. What will give you a value for money any day in your life is service. The number of people you serve. For the 1%, now we'll call Bill Gates, you call Elon Musk, you call what? Now check out. It is not mystical. It is their level of service. You can stop anything in your life. Yes. Climb onto the ladder of the, and you will. So look at the name today. Media, or you Google them, you find out services, life, humanity. Okay. This 99% of the world are looking. Why not 1%? Is that's the truth. Only 1% actually rich. 199% of the world are on that. I continue. Makes only 1% rich and 99% of the world look rich. Because I have seen people, I'll tell you, I have seen people that mistake looking rich people for rich people. Yes. You don't have to be as rich as Musk though. Yes. To be called rich. Yeah. But I've seen people who mistake driving a Bentley for being rich. I've seen people who miss Ferrari for being rich. Who mistake living in an island for being rich. Most of them are looking rich. They are not rich. They are not rich. First off, if they take out all the money and the liabilities in your life, you may find out that you're actually naked, that you're actually looking rich. If they pull out your account today and your liabilities, when I say liabilities, those things that take money from your pocket, those houses, those cars, those Ferraris, those, those things. If they take it out of your life, out of the equation of your life today, what do you have? Whom is indebted to you? Whom is indebted to whom, like Robert Kiyosaki would say. If you take that out today. So what makes the rich rich and what makes the poor poor? Now, the rich have a principle. All of them, from generation to generation, they have a very simple principle. And the principle is be, do, and have. You have to first be. Be is from the word being. If you watch my first, I have the link in the description box. Video where I did, I talked about being there. So there may be some things I'll talk about. I out there. Watch it. Be, the word being. I tell you every day, being rich is not a status. It is not a status. It is a function. Being rich is not a, it is not a title, it's not chieftain title, it's not, it is a function. Are you with me? So you have to function as a rich person. It means you have to serve, you have to meet needs, because that is the main thing that makes the rich rich. Service, their service to humanity. You have to serve. So for you to be able to serve, it has to come from your being. It is from inside out, not outward in. The rich are not known by their Rolex. The rich are not known by their Bugatti. When you see a rich person, you know. They just see, except you've not trained your mind enough. That's where we still have people worshiping people who steal money. And I have a problem with people who steal money, because you go and rob a bank or steal money in one way or the other, whatever way you steal the money, and the next thing they print that money. Please, who is the fool? That money you stole now, they can print it, and you are stealing it. Okay, so we have people who worship people who steal money. So because they cannot differentiate the looking rich. Yeah. So if you're in a system where Rolex makes you rich, the kind of clothes, the amount of this thing they wear to AMVCA makes you rich, or makes them rich to you, then it means your focus needs to be directed. It needs to be shifted. It needs to be rearranged, because that is not being truly rich. Like I said, it's a be, do, have thing. Being. First, to create that being, you have to mold it. It is not performance. No, they don't perform being rich. No, Dangote is not performing. Otedola is not performing. Let me talk about our Nigerian rich people here. Adenuga is not performing rich. He is rich. And it comes from the mind, not what your eyes and your brain is telling you. It is the mind. And this is what was missed out in school. Training the mind. Training the mind. They train their minds. They refuse to study. You don't have time, Shay. That's what you see. I don't have time. Before I get home, I've slept. Before this, please, these people have the same 24 hours. God did not add 1 minute or 1 second to their time. And still, they study. They understand the system. Donald Trump said, if your life depends on something, You need to learn everything about it. But how come? Please, let me ask a question. Is there anybody here that does not like money? Okay, if you like money, I like money. Oh, see, I will tell you the truth. See, there are some things money can solve in your life that I'm telling you the truth. I like money, so I learn about it. If you like money, please let me just have an indicator in here. Let me just send a hi or something. Let me see it. If you're still in this room, please, if you're part of those people that like money like me, raise your hand, because I like money. Now, the reason I'm bringing this to you is, how come you are working for something you don't understand? You don't even know the history of. You don't even know the mechanisms behind it. You don't know how it functions. You don't know how your government is using this thing against you and for you. Man, no talk saying only against them, they use them. You don't know how the world economy is revolving around this thing that you're working for. You don't understand why at the 1st of January you will save money, and on the 31st, instead of your money to increase, it will reduce. First, the banks will first machete it, comot cleaning money, sweeping money, ATM washing money. They will bring out everything and first take their own junk. Then maybe you save 25,000, that okay, the end of the month, back to the market. Your bag of rice is now maybe 30,000. Okay, Stella's voice, I see you. Yes, so yes, so love it, because money solves. They say money dey stop rubbish. Money solves problem. Money. Hey, I said it in my last video. If you see a poor man who has a terminal disease and a rich man who has a terminal disease, they are not the same thing. Don't just mix it up. They are not the same thing. The poor man with the terminal disease becomes a liability to his family. His family, rich man with terminal disease, goes still they solve problems. He has the money. Away from the money, he's rich. It's not just about money. Because if you're poor and you have a terminal disease, you become poorer. But if you're rich and you have a terminal disease, that does not stop you. Please try and play the game of Monopoly. That board game, that game you're calling children's game, that you see Monopoly. And I've seen people bring it out as Monopoly. This smart thing in there. If I'm just small picking game now, bring Ludo. I'll be like Ludo. This thing, you know, you're calling it childish. Go and play it and you understand how you can be in jail and you're making money. Monopoly. In fact, I even have it. It's my back. Let me see if I can. Okay, that's the board game there. Board game, yes, that Monopoly. I can't pick it up now. And I've man learn how to and understand work. A poor with a terminal disease, a rich person with a terminal disease, you know. So you like something and you don't know how it functions. You are waking up every morning. Dollar is rising. Dollar is falling. Dollar is, and you do life. And with it. They are playing with your life. And I tell people, I do not ever want to be at the mercy of the government. I know what I'm healthy, better law, correct. It's back. My screen was rotating. My screen was rotating. Okay, yeah. Ohimai, yes, Monopoly is a good game to learn a lot. Yes, if you play Monopoly, you will learn a lot about real life and how to spend your money. Okay, yes, yes, Monopoly is like real world. Play it and you will learn. And also, if you want to go higher, go for Robert Kiyosaki's cash flow, the cash flow game, the cash flow board game, and you will learn more. So I was talking about being. Now that being I still did. Being. 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 B. You have to first. It has to come from internal. The change has to come internally. So they first take their time to train themselves from inside out. They learn what needs to be known. They learn how to serve. They learn how to set up structures or be a part of it. Because one thing I like to make clear is you must not be an entrepreneur, an active entrepreneur to become rich. No. But you can be part of a project or an entrepreneurial project to become rich. Yes. And while you're still working, private or government, you can still mind your business, that project you have on the corner, and still build it at the same time. Okay, thank you, Health of Ohimai. Yes, I'm back. Thank you. Thank you. You can still build while you are still working. So please, it does not mean you have to. Now, one of the things that chase people away from not investing while they are working is because they can't see. Let me just put it that way. Through their mind too, not their eyes. Because their eyes can see, but their mind do not see. So they would rather go and gamble with the money. Better gamble than invest in something that would yield in the next 6 years for them. Invest in a startup because they want the money quick. So they will go and gamble because they can't pick out the difference. They can't spot the difference. Today, we have celebrities or celebrities advertising gambling. Meanwhile, that is not what they are doing in real life, and that is a way to spot the difference. So you have someone who has been able to get to that level, that status of celebrity or whichever one they are. Now, a gambling company employs them to come and deceive you, and you don't understand. So they come to you and they sell them to you. I'm not going to talk about the gambling company. I'm not going to call their name here. Do you understand? Because they are also owned by entrepreneurs too. Those ones who are doing their business. But I'm trying to direct you that you're watching this video. So now a celebrity is selling gambling to you and you're buying it. Is it what the celebrity is doing? Are they gambling? So that's the major reason why people don't invest, because they can't see through their mind. So financial intelligence will still help you, even if you're working with a company or for a company. Financial intelligence would still help you to channel your resources the right way. So you don't have to be, it's not compulsory you're an entrepreneur. Financial intelligence helps you channel your resources firsthand. So the work has to start from inside. You understand? You change all those things you know. Saving money will make you rich. Throw it away. Being stingy or frugal. Hey, I don't want to spend all this money. My salary is 20,000. So I must make sure, say my life is in between the range of 20,000. And you will live in between the range of 20,000 for 30 years. Ha! So far not they tire you. You are eating crayfish day in, day out. Dry fish day in, day out. It not they tire you. So I know you're wondering, no, what we should do? Please, expand your means. Grow your means. Expand it. So if you're making 20,000 now, your mind, your brain should start working on how you can best exit to start making 25. Then from 20, maybe 30. Then from 30, 50, 100, so that you can be growing financially and not keeping yourself. I have a video on that too. Being stingy or frugal. Some people, I know they give money. I don't know. I don't have. I don't this thing. You are stingy to yourself. You are frugal to yourself. You are seeing chicken, it dey enter your eye, you no wan chop am because you think if you eat it, you will go broke or you will die. But hunger and poverty will kill you. So, and at the end of the day, you now find out these same people are saving their money. I have videos. Go there. Saving money can never make you rich. Being frugal can never make you rich. Yes, and being debt free. Oh, I don't want debt in my life. Debt is a bad thing. But you will see Adenuga pass. I like that man. That man sabi business. So, hey, that man sabi business. So, that man is sabi. He's in debt. Your Dangote is building a refinery and building all those things. He is completely soaked in debt. Instead of you to go and learn how to use it to your advantage, you'll be running away from it. And in some cases, you will now go for bad debt. Good debt is debt you use to grow your business. Bad debt is debt you use to flex. So we use debt. I've seen people use debt to buy phone, television in your house that is not bringing you ₦1. Hey, into your loan. And you are wondering why you are poor. You are wondering why you are in one place, year in, year out. It can never make you rich. Money can never make you rich. I have a video on it. Go and watch it. Yes, I can see Okpa's corner. Okay, I see you. I don't know whether now this one I laugh, I've been a cry. I don't understand. Stella's voice. Yes, thumbs up back here. Okay. Healthy Ohimai, using debt to our advantage. Yes, to our advantage. Hello, I am in debt. And I sleep well. I am in debt. I'm so and I sleep well. So instead of you to criticize, you don't understand. Try and find out how I finance my businesses using debt. Try and find out how. Ask how now. I have a video there. The words you use can make you rich or poor. Check. I think that was my first video. Yes, on the change series. The words you use can make you rich or poor. So instead of saying how or asking the question, you will now say I can't afford it. So all these things are part of your being, because we've been trained hard. Save money, save money. Diamond Bank and the rest of them, we use them every day, and we see them advertising every day. Savings account. Let me now burst your bubble. Do you know that your savings account is actually supposed, in quotes, supposed to be a liability to your bank, not an asset, because they are supposed to pay an interest on your savings. And if your bank is now telling you to come and put your savings in their account, and it's supposed to be a liability, you shall not ask yourself why. These are the things the rich know, because the banks need this money to give people who know how to use money. Maybe you don't know how to use money. You don't know how to use money. And instead of you to ask questions, you are there feeling, I don't want to invest in anything. My money will go lost. You are the riskiest person on earth. Investment is less riskier than savings. Savings is risky. I won't go into it in full. No, savings is risky. And first, you are feeding the banks with your money. Okay, host, but most people are afraid of debt. Believing is not good. Stella's voice. Please, I'm trying to really understand this thing. Most people are afraid of debt. Yes, believing is not good. The lower part, please, if you can really expatiate it a bit. Okay, but I know, yes, most people are afraid of debt because they do not know how to use debt. Yes, Stella's voice again. Most of the rich people you see, they are in big hey. And let me now give you another kokorum. If you start your business on debt, your business is In fact, how would I put it? Your business has the advantage to be tax free because it is debt than using your capital, your money to do the business. So you have to learn about what Robert Kiyosaki calls OPM, other people's money, to do business. You see, all these things, learning here, learning there, that is what forms your being. It is what forms your being. When I started my study on financial intelligence in 2019, that was when I started. I read 32 books. 32. To change my being, to throw away all those rubbish that I had in my head, all those nonsense, to throw it away and start asking questions. Deep questions. I tell people, you don't have to meet all these rich people now. Robert Kiyosaki and Donald Trump, they came together, they wrote a book, Why We Want You to Be Rich. And that is why I'm starting this channel too. Why we want you to be rich. Why I want you to be. I need more people to do business with. Hello? I need people to break those shackles in your mind. Those chains, they're holding you down too much now. When I bring up business ideas and you just, I beg, it's my brother, I don't have, I'm in one project like that. Check the project, no project though. No coconut project anywhere. They are just putting the money in the bank. And somebody else is using the money for them. My brother, you understand? This is my salary. I no go fit. I no go. They look up and they see new TV. The next time I'll come again, I'll see new fridge. I'll see new. We are just managing. Please, I want to have more people to discuss business with. And until your being is changed, you then begin to, now let's move to the next stage. Do. Okay. There's a misconception about what the rich does. And the greatest misconception we have is that what the rich does is to look rich. Unfortunately, that is not what they do. So, you see a rich man buy a Ferrari. You salary earner. You are working salary. You will gather your money and go and buy Ferrari. Well done. Well done. You try. Okay. Healthy VMI. Most people believe debt is bad because nobody has taught us how to use debt. I wish school can teach what good and bad debt are. Yes. Okay, Stella's voice. I've heard people say no matter how rich you are, if you are in debt, you are poor. Okay, Stella's voice. Yeah, you just highlighted you just better explain that. Yes, that's true. Meanwhile, if you are debt, you're actually the rich person actually. So why should I use my money to go and do business if the government will tax me after using my money to do it? Why not just gather people's money and do it and get debt free and get into debt and be tax free and keep refinancing the debt so that we never pay tax for the rest of my life? That's the problem America had with Donald Trump. Why would that guy be that rich and not pay tax? This is why. Because he's in debt. Why would Apple not pay tax? This is why. They are in debt. Okay. So, Stella's voice. Okay. Most people, yeah, that's true. VMI, yeah. Healthy VMI, yeah, that's true. Most people are in debt. Okay, so going back to the doing part. So when you change your being, you begin to do. So now I was talking about a Ferrari. So now let me use Robert Kiyosaki as a case study. Okay, when Robert Kiyosaki was working in Xerox, he bought a Porsche. Okay, and he wrote about that Porsche in one of his books. I think it's Retire Young, Retire Rich. I think so, and he still highlighted that same story in some other of his books. Okay, now he explained how he bought a Porsche. Okay, so he goes to, let me know what the rich do. Hello. He goes to the car dealership and asks, how much is this Porsche? and they say $50,000, and he says, fine, I want to buy it, but I'm not going to buy it outright. So how much can I deposit? Now this is what the rich are doing. How much can I deposit? And they say, okay, $3,500 thereabout. I can't really remember the figure. Okay, but now he made a deposit for the car. He had the $50,000 on him. He did not pay for the car. He took that $50,000 and went to set up a business. He bought a warehouse. He bought a warehouse with that money. Okay, Okwe's Corner. Okay, most of the rich people are in good debt. That's how they use to run their businesses, correct? Most of them are in good debt, not bad debt. So we need to know the difference. Okay, and our schools need to start talking about these things. Okay, Healthy Vimai, another comment. Okay, the real rich are in debt because they use it for assets and not liability, correct? Assets put money in your pocket, liabilities take money from your pocket. Okay, so back to Robert's story. So he goes ahead to, he buys the warehouse and starts funding the warehouse. With that $50,000, he sets up a distance. So people come to rent the warehouse space. So from the warehouse space, he's getting money. He's paying for this Porsche that he should have just bought at once. He's paying for it, small, until he pays it off. Now, while he has paid off the Porsche, he still has his $50,000 business running. Hello? He has put down an asset to cover for that liability because his Porsche is a liability. His Porsche is a liability. It is not an asset. So, but most of us will carry that full money and go and buy it. And we have no assets on ground to back it up. So when your Porsche spoil, you now start looking for Muslim local mechanic to fix your car. That you put millions. Are you getting where the problem is? Because with that business on ground, the business can fund the Porsche. Anything where they do na Porsche place. Hello? Because he has, see, the business is tied to the Porsche. Like, look, whatever is wrong with this car, this business takes care of it. So the time he's using to pay for the car, he's building that same business to make sure that at the end of the day, that Porsche does not become a liability. The same thing he did before he bought his beach house. He went around investing in real estate. When he says your house is a liability, how come most of us, I'm not using Nigeria, most of us, our dream is to Ramoto, King Kole, and move inside like it is an asset. So you don't have any assets on ground to cover your expense in your house that you're building, but you just want to build that house and move in. And you will say, God has done it for me. Are you sure? Is your house an asset or a liability? The one you are living inside. Hello, don't lie to yourself. It is a liability. That house you are living inside is a liability. The same thing he did when he now found out that, oh, I can now pay for this beach house with the small money I'm getting from rents from this other small houses. The same principles go on the monopoly board. You buy the small yellow houses, then you build the blue house or the green houses, then the red hotel or this thing is the same thing. The same principles. So this is what the rich do. To every liability you see a rich person has, there's an asset. So instead of us finding out these things, we will now go and start shouting, it's that Bentley that will kill you. Because hello, I tell people, see, you can buy Bentley, you can buy the most expensive, shipping and money then say they buy, and you can have money any which way, and that is what you can own. The liabilities of the rich, but you can never own their assets. That is what makes the truly rich people different from the looking rich people. The looking rich people can afford, they have the liabilities of the rich, but they don't have the assets to back up. Please, if you're following me thus far, please indicate. Send a hi. Let me just say hi. Let me know that people are here and they are following me and they're with me. So you have rich people everywhere doing the same thing, and you have looking rich people among them. In fact, they are even more. Like I said, 99% of the economy is looking rich. They are not rich. Okay, Healthy Vima, you're there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. They are not rich. They are looking rich. So we dealt with the being. The being comes from understanding. Why would? Why would? Okay, Stella's voice, Mama, I see you. Why would a rich person go and first put down an asset before coming for a liability? Is in their being, because they understand through their being. They understand it very much that if they try it the other way, they will cry. So that's being. Then we now come to the last part, which is having what the rich have. So at the end of the day, a rich man will have a Porsche, a Bentley, and all of them, and they will not stop having it, except they just want to give it out or sell it. Or for most of us, Olowo ọjọ́ kan, we will have it today, we may not have it tomorrow. We will buy the Rolex wristwatch today, 150,000. Tomorrow we don't sell at 5,000 when we broke. That's what we do. So we don't have anything at the end of the day. They fire you from that job, you lose that position. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. You go back to square one. You go back to drinking garri. You go back to fasting and prayer for another job. Then you get a new job. You will now go through, do the same thing. And the truth is, it is not your fault. That is where I really want you to understand. That the egg don't crack already when you this small. The air has been there. The problem has been there already from your tender age. Because the things you know about the rich are wrong. So I did another series, The Gospel of the True Rich, so that you can also understand what the rich people are really about. What are they really about? Now, if you meet a rich person, what does the rich person tell you? How do they educate you? What do they inform you with? What do they arm you with? And the series we're treating of late is Awakening Your Financial Genius, because most of us, our financial genius is snoring badly. The snoring, is bad. It's bad. So at this point, I've been able to break down some integral, and now I would like you people to come on this live. If you like to join, please join and let's talk. Welcome. My moderator would share the link, okay, to everyone, so that you all can have the link and join the live video. So I'm sure now at this point we've come to notice that something has been missing, something that needs to be fixed, something that needs to be attended to, and that is why we have the channel here, Be the True Rich. Be the True Rich is here to shine that light, to show you people that look, the gate is not even locked, it is open. No. There is no secret. There is nothing else you need to do than actually change your being. That is the foundation of it. To start with it, to begin to act, to change your being first. From there, you move to doing. You begin to do what the rich do. You act the way the rich act. Then next, you move to having what the rich have. So if you don't have what the rich have, which is financial freedom, The rich have financial freedom. Most of us do not have it. And when you have financial freedom, everything becomes easy for you. I mean, super easy, not just easy. Super easy for you. Because then you can live that life you want to live. A life that you don't have to be subject to the rules of the masses. Like I tell people, I am not part of the masses, and I don't ever want to be part of the masses. I don't ever want to go into that place where me and the masses we are dragging things. No, I don't want to be under the sympathy, because like I said in my video about sympathy, the rich don't want you to sympathize with them. I don't want to be under the sympathy of the government, because most of the time what it will cost you, body will tell you. So if you have any questions, please ask the questions. You can ask the questions. If you have any questions, please go ahead to ask the questions now, so that I can take your questions, and one by one we can treat this thing. Like I said, I want this thing to be, I want this live video to be as interactive as possible. I want it to be as interactive as possible. Let us interact. I'll be expecting questions from you. Please ask questions. So far, we've treated the B part, which means changing what you know. Being. We've treated the being part, okay? Then, secondly, we treated the doing part, which is doing what the rich do, and understanding what they really do. Like I said, um, we okay. Like I said, we usually just go ahead to do things, thinking that that is what the rich do. Meanwhile, it is not what the rich do. Okay. Um, the link is now up on the screen. You can copy it and join. You're welcome to join this chat and let's talk. I would like to hear from everyone. I'd like to hear everyone's part of it. I'd like to, I'd like to really feel everybody. Let us see how this has been affecting us. Let's talk. Let's discuss. Just click on the link, join. Last voice, if you're still here, you can. Healthy you can join. Upwest here, you can join. Best meeting care still here. You can join by just on the link and joining the live. Okay, so let's talk. Let's share experiences. At least questions you have. If you don't want to join, you can go ahead and ask the questions now. So I'll be waiting for your questions. So the videos I talked about there in my channel here, you can go and watch them one by one. I'll be coming on live. I plan to make it every Thursdays and Sundays, same time, 6 to 8 p.m. I plan to make it Thursdays and Sundays, so that we can be taking the topics one by one. The next topic we'll be taking is change. So if you can watch that video beforehand, so that you have a very clear picture of what we'll be talking about and trying to solve. Okay. Yes, you're welcome to join now. You can click on the link and join the live feed. You are very much welcome. For your questions, let's share this thing. Let's come out and talk how the thing they pain us. In my last video, when I was talking about awakening your financial intelligence, still talking about the being part, understanding it, and I talked about, before my last video, I talked about responsibility and how the rich and the poor perceive responsibility. A rich person feels that because they have responsibilities, they must be rich, while a poor person feels that their responsibility makes them poor. So we keep telling our children that because we have them, if we did not have them, we would be rich. But if we have them, we become poor. So we are even afraid to start a family. We are afraid to even grow a family. We are afraid of the economy. We are afraid of everything. And on a norms, you can live a normal life. You can live a very normal life without fear of anything. I mean, fear of nothing, because you're going to be taking your responsibilities as they come. And your responsibilities will not affect you being rich. Now, that is what we're talking about. Being rich means you can do everything and anything that should be done without fear. I'm sure you're getting that. That is also part of being, because most of us, we are afraid even of the future, what the future holds for us. Most of us, we are afraid because we are getting old, and we believe that once we grow old, we retire, we should retire to the village. That is another being of the poor. It is not part of the rich. It is not what the rich would do. If you're watching a replay of this, please drop your comments. I would like to reply and respond to your comments after this video. If you're watching this video on replay, please, I would love to reply to your comments after this video. Okay, so, and for us here, thank you for joining. Thank you very much for joining. I'm expecting questions. Questions going to be popping up here. Please, if you have any questions, just go ahead and ask. So, like I was saying, we tend to fear the future, and at worst we do nothing about it. That is bad enough. In fact, it is horrible that we don't do anything. Like we just, we just live life like uh she no be grow old and life happens, and we have stupid mantras like, "My God know who go become rich," and "My luck be everything. If you get lucky for this life, you become rich, and if you not get luck, you not become rich." So please, it is not part of the being of the rich. The rich people are not gamblers. A rich person will tell you, "I don't believe in luck, but I have a definition for luck. Luck is when opportunity meets readiness." So when the opportunity comes, are you ready? Are you ready when the opportunity comes? Are you ready? That is a question. So a rich person gets ready beforehand. A rich person is disciplined. A rich person does not need so much reminders to do what would favor them, even into the future. No, they don't. If you're here and you're still having issues about what is right for you and what is wrong for you as a person when it comes to being rich, please, you can always go to my channel to get my number there, call, chat, join my membership so that you can get perks and get good discounts on sessions. Yes, you can book sessions with me and let's talk for the full session, which is 3 hours. Let's have a 3 hours conversation. By the time you're done in the third hour, your mind would have shifted. Yes, and you can also subscribe to my membership, and I would also share business ideas with you that I can't share openly here. Yeah, you get access to business ideas. You would really learn a lot, and you know what the next big thing is, so that you don't lose out. Because usually when people come into this investment, they come in late. They are usually late comers. The people that have come in don't cash out since. You shouldn't be late to the party. Most of the time when news of things hits the faces of newspapers, the first movers don't pack their money go. You should not be late to the party. Be part of the first movers. Know what is trending now in business. Know what businesses you can do now to get good, beautiful returns at the end of the year or at the end of a couple of years, depending on the depth you wish to invest. Know what is obtainable in business. Know what is doable and what is not doable. Know what is right to do in business and what is wrong. If you're still having issues with arrogance, watch my video on arrogance and learn not to be arrogant. Arrogance can keep you poor. I know some people, this thing is hitting you right and left, and instead of you to just come out and say, please, you say, I beg you, you're being cynical. Cynicism is another killer. I have a video on it. And then you now go to people who don't do it. You go and meet your lecturers in school and start asking them questions. And of course, they will be cynical to you. And they will give you very, very beautiful ideas about whatever you want to invest in. And before you know it, you will drop it. Because you're talking to people you should not even be sharing your ideas with in the first place. Cynicism can ruin you. I have a video on it. So, if you're watching this, if you have any questions or you have any contributions, if you don't want to join the live and you just want to write, you can go ahead and write. Go ahead, I'll read your comment out and I'll deliberate with you here. We have a few more minutes before the end of the live. Okay? And if you're watching this on replay, please drop your comments. Okay? This is introduction to financial intelligence. And we have deduced from the beginning, financial intelligence is your ability to solve money problems. Everybody has money problems. Your ability to solve money problems. Please, is there any question? Anybody with a question in the house? Okmai's corner, is everything tickety boom? Stella's voice, is everything tickety boom? Can you hear me? Please, if you can hear me, let me just get a hi from you so that I'll be sure that you can actually hear me now. I'll be sure that the glitch here did not affect the broadcast. Please, okay, healthy Ohimai, knock is when opportunity meets readiness. Yes, and that is what even Tim Lehay also said that in his book. Yeah, he said it in his book. Why you act the way you do. You get, so when people tend to say everything about luck, it's your luck. And I was talking about an experience I had in my other video where I was with someone and then there were a set of kids there. There were a set of kids there that wanted they wanted money to play a gamble, and it was okay, Stella's voice. Okay, you can hear me. Okay, Stella's voice. If you have any questions or any contributions, you can come on. If you have any questions, please drop it. Same thing here, healthy nearby. Okay, if you have any questions, please ask. I'll take your questions now before I end the live stream. Okay, so I was with this person and there were a set of kids. They wanted to play this what do you call it then? Try your luck balloon thing. So I kicked against it and I said, don't do that, because the reason I would kick against it is from my being, from inside of me. Like I understand what that thing does. So humans' unconscious mind. Find out that later you will have people addicted to gambling, Baba Jebu and the rest of them in Nigeria here. We have people addicted to gambling. It started somewhere. So that is a very good state to start your gambling addiction with those things. So the kids wanted it, and I said, no, do not buy for them. So the person just gave them the money and said, you know what, get something else. You get. And I came back there a few minutes later and I saw one of the kids crying. One of the child was crying. Seriously, lamenting. And I was like, why are you crying? What is it? And they said they went ahead to play the game. And because they played the game, she picked a small balloon. And when she picked it, she felt very bad and was crying. And I was looking at the situation that, okay, to solve this problem now, it means you have to give this person more money to continue their addiction. Like, you have to give this small girl the money again to play. Then maybe when she wins a big one, she feels okay. Now, to worsen the matter, the girl's mother came into the scene. And I was like, why are you letting your children play this? And she said, that is a luck. I let that. That is what her, how do I put it? Her luck, her being, her spiritual being has chosen for her. I said, don't say that to this child. This is not the child. This has nothing to do with what you are saying. This is gamble. Anybody can pick this thing. Child, this is not even, it does not affect you. It does not affect you. Child, this is not you. Stop feeling that you are a waste. Stop it. Okay? Now, Stella's voice. What do you say to people that are not interested in business, but just saving money for the future? Let me repeat the question. What do you say to people that are not interested in business, but just saving money for the future? Stella's voice. This is why this channel is here. Because, see, one magical word to say to these people apart from lying to them. That is why most of them fall into gambling and Ponzi schemes, where they will lie to them that God put one, take 5. Put one, take 20. Do you understand? I don't come, I may be this, I may be this. Oh yeah, drop your 5 naira, I may collect 500. No. If you don't do these things to them most of the time, they look at you as you are joking. So you are bringing a proposal to me and you are telling me that 6 years. So I will wait for 6 years of my life to reap something from this business. And everything still boils down to their being, because part of the makeup of the rich is understanding the difference between a business and a startup. A business is an established startup. A startup is a search pattern for a number 1, repeatable, number 2, scalable, and number 3, profitable business model. So let me take it again. A search pattern for a repeatable, scalable, and profitable business model. So first, it has to be repeatable. You can do it many times over. Second is scalable. You can transfer it to every locality or anywhere you want to put it. You can scale the business. You can look in and out. Okay, I put 10,000. Maybe at the end of the month, I can get 2,000 naira as profit on this. Okay, scalable. You can, without solving too much mass, you can look into it. Then the third one is profitable. Profit always comes last. And most of these people you're talking about, Stella's voice, most of these people you're talking about, they want money now. That is why they are saving and believing that their savings will save them, forgetting that inflation is eating up their savings every day. If you ask a rich person, how do you survive? And the rich person is really going to answer, he's going to tell you, I survive on my customers. So let fuel go to 1,000 naira. Provided the rich person has customers to attend to, they will pay for it. The rich people you see, their Bentleys, their Porsches, their Ferraris, their exorbitant life, you pay for it. Yes, the customers. And a lot of rich people that you are still owing, like I tell people, you are owing diaper company if you don't have a child yet. Yes, you are owing rent. If you don't have a child, if you've not rented a house yet, you're owing rent. Stella's voice, I'll come to your next question. Okay. And there are things that you are already owing that you're going to take care of later for the rich because they've set down the structure. If you've not built a house, it's likely you're owing Dangote in Nigeria because you're going to buy cement. And sometimes you don't purposely buy it, you want to do something, maybe one patch in your house. You give a bricklayer and he goes to buy Dangote cement. So you've paid Dangote. Okay, so the reason Be the True Rich is here is to change their being. Because this is a step-by-step thing, Stella's voice. This is a step-by-step thing. Step by step. It took me a while and it's going to take people a while. It's not easy, but we can make it simpler. That's why I use the KISS method. Keep it simple and stupid. For anybody as dumb as anything to understand it. It's not as serious as algebra to become rich. I'm telling you, you don't even need all those plenty math. Are you getting me? So, and they have an addiction of saving money for the future. Are you serious? Can you really save money for the future? Ha! Save 300,000 naira today and start saying that in the next 5 years I want to save 300,000 so that 300,000 will take care of me. Are you serious? Save it then you'll be shocked that maybe 300,000 will not buy one bag of rice because inflation is going to eat it up. And if I give you a very quick formula of due to the fractional reserve policy we have on banks, for every 1 naira you save or every $1 you save, the bank has the right to lend out 10 times because of the fractional reserve. Today I'm not taking the history of money. If I take the history of money, you understand this, but let me just take it this way. To every $1 you save, the bank has the right to lend out to 10 people. So if you put in $100 into your savings, the bank will use your $100. Let me explain savings to you, the mechanism. You will use your $100 to give out $1,000 to lenders. And probably maybe a 10% profit on interest when the lenders pay. So at the end of the day, if you calculate $10 per 10 people, you're having $100 in return to the bank. Hello? To the bank, you're having $100 return to the bank. Okay, I'm seeing your questions. I'm going to attend to them. Let me just finish this quickly. You're having $100 to the bank, and the bank is promising you the saver 4% interest. So the bank gives you $4 in $100 they made. So you can see how that is if charges does not even eat up the $4. That if I've never had an interest on my savings. If you have, please, if you've seen an interest on your savings, I don't know what country. If you've seen, please raise your interest on. They keep $96. So each time a banker tells you you get 18% interest, please ask him, where is the other percentage? You get 90% and you get 10% interest. Where is 90% of the money that you're giving me 10%? So that is how terrible savings can be. Okay? And inflation. What we could buy in January in Nigeria, now you can't buy it at the same amount. It's a lie. The world economy is exploding. Inflation everywhere. Losing value. Okay, now let's move to the next one. Okay, this part of the world where I base, most people do 30 years saving. Okay, I think I even Stella's voice, I think I even talked about this. That if you do the long-term savings, first you are losing your money. Because instead of you to invest your money, instead of you to use your money on investment and make something out of it, you've empowered the banks to use your money. You see, they've, like I said in the beginning, I said something like the system has been colonized and organized to something like make us poor. Yeah. Like I said earlier. So the system has been programmed to collect all your money and keep giving investors. Maybe you don't want to invest. That's why you will save for 30 years. 30 years is a long time. So you are saving and somebody else is using that money, returning it to the bank with interest, taking more of your money. You keep empowering the rich. You don't want to be rich now. So at the end of 30 years, you now stop working. Please, will your savings carry the rest of your life? Buckminster Fuller said, if you want to know how rich you are, look at your life today and say, if I stop working today, how many years or how many days can I survive without working? That is when you know how rich you are. So 30 years, you'll be shocked. You think saying a billion, you'll be shocked at what you've saved. Then you retire and you live a mundane life. Okay? Now, healthy VMI, good question. A lot of people just like seeing their money in the bank. Yes, I've seen a lot of people like that. Bank accounts as in a lot, not even knowing that people, the real rich, are money. Of course. Wow, 30 years savings, healthy VMI. Uh, um, 30 years savings, that's a big loss. Investment is the real deal. Of course. Invest your money, because the in the bank, somebody's using your money for investment. So why investment? So, and if you buy an investment and you're not part, do you know if you lose your money, you're losing two things? Not just your money, you're losing experience, because you did not gain any experience from it. You did not learn anything from it. But the people that traded with your money, they've learned how not to lose money. Yes, the experience. So they will learn how to better use your money next time. And they've learned it. And on the other side, they've not lost 1 naira. Because at the end of the day, they used your money. But they've gained more than you, which is experience, which your money cannot buy. Okay? Okay, let's go to the next one. Yeah, okay, healthy. My investment is real deal. Stella's voice, yeah, I think so also. Okay, Stella's voice, sorry, yeah, you think, what exactly are you thinking here? Please, is it something I said, or is it something Healthy VMI or Quest Corner said? Okay, yes, Healthy VMI, 30 years of big loss, very big one. No experience, nothing. Robert Kiyosaki, I'll quote him, he would say, whatever is worth doing is worth doing poorly, not well. That's how the rich think. Yes. And next year you still have iPhone something, maybe iPhone Christmas will come out. Then the next year iPhone X mass will come out. So you're asking yourself, if you can see through the mind, you should ask yourself, why are they developing new things? I thought they had finished. They haven't even started. That's the truth. They haven't even started. And if they have to wait until they can produce iPhone Pro Max before they started, you wouldn't have seen iPhone 3, iPhone 4, iPhone 5, iPhone 6, iPhone 7, 8, 10, X Max, and the rest of them. 13, I think 13 now is available. 14 is coming, and the rest. One day you see iPhone Christmas. And they keep producing. So every time they produce, they tell you that they're just doing better. So if you are waiting to have everything right before you begin to think of investment, or before you begin to invest, you go wait well. You wait, and you may never ever get it right. I'm telling you the truth. Every day should be a learning opportunity for you. Okay, Stella's voice, I think 30 years of saving is a big loss. Yes, it's a big loss. You've just empowered other people 30 years, and you've just been a consumer all your life, consuming. And I mean, 30 years, I can't imagine it. I can't imagine. Do the rich save? Ask yourself, how much of their assets is in money, is in the bank. In fact, they don't even have anything. If you check them, they're tied to assets. You can see their companies, their investments, their portfolio, their passive income. That is where you see the money, and they don't let the money sleep. They don't sleep money, they don't stay money. I'm not saying they don't have things for rainy days. Of course they do. But they don't keep chunk of their money to sleep. They bring out their money and they push it out. On to the next thing, to the next thing, and to the next thing, and to the next thing. So, are there any questions? Any more questions? Please, Opes Corner, if you have any questions, you can go ahead and ask. Okay? Yeah, and I'm sure you guys are having a great time here. Learning, unlearning what you've known for a very long time and relearning the new things. I'm sure you're having a great time. So, when next you come in, invite somebody, share the live stream, bring in people, let them come in and learn. Let them come in and learn these things. It will help all of us. And if you would love to have a very juicy business idea, check my subscription packages. You'll find one there. You can call me and let's talk. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the next big thing. Let's share these things together. I want this to be called the rich people's channel. That if you go there and you see the people there, everybody there is rich. I want to have heads of corporations here and not coming from outside, but from within. You know, where you're saying, okay, in this channel I've been here for 2-3 years, and from that time to now, this is where I'm at, and this is where I used to be, and this is where I was diving to, and this is how I was caught and pulled back to say, step back, look at what you're doing, think about what you're thinking about, and take your actions. So this is it. Okay, and if you're here as a content creator and you'd also love to build your watch hour, you can contact me for your watch hour and let's build your watch hour together. Just contact me. Check the description box, you will get my phone number there, and you contact me. As a content creator, you want to build your watch hour, contact me and we can do that together and grow your channel. I'm about growth and real growth. Okay, now thank you all for joining. Thank you for being a part of it. For everyone who commented and those who are on the background and are trying to still process everything, don't worry, everything would hear you very soon. It would be very clear to you. Thank you. And if you're watching this on replay, thank you very much. Okay, it's been fun having you guys here. It's been fun learning with you guys. It's been mad fun. Okay, yeah, Stella's voice, very interesting. Yeah, thank you for your support. Thank you. Healthy be my, yeah, learning what school never taught. Thank you so much for this topic. Thank you, Healthy be my. Okpes Corner, thank you for the support. Thank you all. Thank you all. You guys have been awesome. You guys have been awesome. You guys, okay, and I'm sure you people would also want other people to learn these things, to hear of this. So you can always invite other people. My next live stream would be on Sunday. This was my first one, and I hope I did well. I hope I was able to, there's some pros here, like Stella's voice, Mamagda. She's pro in live stream things. I've not gotten there. Okpes Corner too. Yes, you're also a pro in live stream. So I hope people who evaluate me a little bit good. Okay, this is my first one, and I hope you guys had fun learning. That's the most important thing to me. Whenever I introduce my channel to someone and they're like, okay, let me just open and subscribe, I say, don't just subscribe. It's not about the subscription for me. It's not about subscribing. It's about you learning. It's about you learning. When I share my link to people, sometimes I'm like, look, watch it. If you like the content, subscribe. You understand? It's about you. It's about you learning. It's about you coming out from where you are to where you should be. That is the most important part. Okay. Thank you. If you give me a for this one, I really try you. As in, if you give me a so okay. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Always you did very well. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Healthy Vima is laughing. Yusef, you're going to go jam me for front. You will come and do your live video one day, and we will laugh you too, and also encourage you at the same time. Okay, Stella's voice, you did amazingly well. Thank you, thank you, everyone. Thank you. I I really appreciate this. I really appreciate this. Thank you spending this time of your life, because this is your life with me. Thank you very much. Thank you for the love. I feel overwhelmed. Um, I feel overwhelmed about this. Thank you. Okay, so I'll be ending the live in just a few minutes. The live will be ending. So if there are maybe last minute comments or questions, I don't know if I can take any, but let me see if there's anything we can still rush it through, or we just call it a day. So question from me. Okay, now do we now understand to some extent the difference between the looking rich and the truly rich? Stella's voice, Quest Corner, Healthy VMI, the three of you are very active here. So do we now understand the difference? Okay. And second question, which would you want to be? Would you want to be the looking rich or the truly rich? Okay. As a second question, please just answer sharp sharp and let's go. Okay. And I'm sure you guys understand the be, do, and have principles. Anything you don't understand, you can come to me directly. My phone number is in the description: 0810-811-2709. I repeat, 0810-811-2709. Come to me and ask questions, and I would reply. Um, the questions, you can chat me up on WhatsApp, you can call me directly. Let's talk. Let's get ourselves out of these things we have been trained to do. We are not robots. We should be programmed. We are humans, and we think. And we think. I think, so I am different. That should be our mantra. I think, so I'm different. So provided you think you should be different, okay? Now, I'm sure everyone here has had a beautiful time on this live stream. Everyone here has had a beautiful time. Okay, Healthy V, my Stella's voice and a Quest Corner Pro when it comes to LS. In fact, as in, as in, they are real pros when it comes. When I go there, I'm like, forget my do. Thank God that at least today I've broken the you. Okay, and if you're watching this on replay, thank you for watching. Okay, I'll be going off in a few seconds. Yeah, thank you, Stella's voice. Thank you, Quest Corner. Thank you, Healthy VMI. I really appreciate all the love. Thank you. See you guys again um, on my next live video. Sorry, new comments are coming in. Okay, well explained. I really learned a lot from this live stream. Okay, that's Stella's voice. Okay, good. Yeah, thank you. At least you learned um, something new. That's good. Okay. At Healthy VMI, they're giving you shout outs. I'll be zooming off in a few minutes. This broadcast is ending in 2 minutes. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Quest Corner, say me, Stella's voice is our mama here on YouTube. Yes, so is our big mama, our very very big mama on YouTube. In fact, Yagba, we greet Oelo. Thank you very much. Thank you guys. I'll be logging out now. I'll be ending the broadcast. Okay. Thank you for all the love. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Permit me to do this. Thank you.